Good morning. Good morning. This is Engineer Suraj Singh. Here's my qualification. This is from Professional Engineer Registration. Here. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. This is Engineer Suraj Singh. You know me very well. I tried, I try every day to talk on Facebook, but this time, today, there's some problem. I think there has been some acute problem, severe problem on Facebook. I tried 4 times. It did not start. So I sent a help letter to Facebook. Well, no problem. It is technology. Sometimes happens. Good morning, everybody. Namaskar. I can talk in Hindi as well as in English. I'll try primarily to talk in English and also sometimes, in between, sandwich Hindi, so that those who are interested in our country, particularly major portion of Hindi speaking, they can understand, and those who cannot speak Hindi, cannot understand Hindi, they shall understand in English. To some extent, I'm not very good English speaker, but for communication purpose, it is. I usually try to talk on Facebook because YouTube does not support screen share, and I try to use screen share for this purpose because screening on, I want you to share documents which I have, because only speaking is not enough. We should show some references, and reference means document. चाहता था कि आपको कुछ बातें बताई जाएं जो कि मैं फेसबुक पे डेली करता था, लेकिन आज किसी वजह से फेसबुक काम नहीं कर पाई। लाइव में 4-5 बार ट्राई किया लेकिन नहीं हुआ, और मैंने सोचा कि चलो यूट्यूब पे चलते हैं और यूट्यूब शायद कुछ हेल्प करे, लेकिन यूट्यूब में प्रॉब्लम यह है कि यूट्यूब स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं परमिट करता है। You cannot find support of screen share, and screen share is very important in our life. बहुत आवश्यक है स्क्रीन, लोग वो बताना देखिए ये है, इसमें मेरी शक्ल देखने के लिए तो आप नहीं मुझे देखेंगे, और इतना बोला नहीं जा सकता है टेक्निकल मामले में. We use technical words, we use something that you have to see, you have to understand. There are so many documents, and I want to share those documents with everybody, those who are interested, particular engineering community and educated community. And there's not just okay fine, it's up to them. मेरा जो पर्पस है, क्वालिटी है किधर, मेरा जो मेन पर्पस है, क्वालिटी कहाँ है, where is quality? I don't find location of quality. I've tried many times, I've been trying for many years, I didn't find it. किधर है क्वालिटी, कहाँ चली गई? I have lost quality, our country has lost quality. I don't know why. Main talk of this presentation today is quality, civil field engineering. As you can see in title, civil field engineering, quality is title, but also civil field engineering, life, engineers, contracts, concrete specifications, and you can say major part is quality, safety, and also subcontracts, etc., which is business kind of talk, because I want to just explain to you what I mean. मेरा मत क्या बताना चाहता हूँ लोगों, आखिर है क्या? I always try to find quality. I did quality in my life. There was some quality long back. Maybe if you check record of 70s, 1970s, 80s, or even up to sometime in 90s, there have been quality factors. You had durable products, not only from our country, from other countries as well. Still, I have seen some TVs which have worked for more than 15 years, and still they are working. I have one TVs, likewise, have so many items which were produced in those days, and they purchased in those days, and they worked for satisfactory duration. Reliable items, I can call them, I can give them title reliable. Now, it's not only product that has gone out of control, beyond control, this has gone. It's also, you can say, services. We talk of services. Services means engineering services, manufacturing services, or you may say whatever services. कोई भी सर्विसेज हो, out of control. एक rush है, there's a rush, you can find a rush behind everything just to expand your organization, expand everything, do more business, get more money, try to be number one in world. Means there is a mad rush. Everybody wants to run at a speed unequal. There's a car which can run up to 200 kilometer per kilometer per hour, 200 kilometer per hour. I'm sorry, and there may be some car which cannot run even for 80 or 100. But they say, see, we are running 200 kilometers per hour. Okay, fine, you're running 200 kilometers per hour, but what is purpose of that? You shall certainly meet accident. You shall loosen your life. You have posted yourself on risk. So that state is not constructive. That state is not durable. A patience factor is missing. If you consider engineers, you consider other professionals, you consider myself, yourself, everybody, we have no interest in quality, though we say it is quality system, it's system of quality, we say both. I'm following quality system, I am following IS 9000, I am following this and that. If you buy product, you don't experience about that product that it is durable, it is reliable, it is quality one, it is safe, it gives you back what you spent for this. You paid some money, you buy it, बट यू डोंट गेट, आपको वो नहीं मिलता जिसके आप पैसे देते हैं. पैसा दिया, माल खरीदा, सामान खरीदा, खुश हो गए, चलो आई एम प्राउड ऑनर ऑफ दैट, मैं इसका स्वामी बन गया. लेकिन जब आप उसको प्रयोग में लाते हैं, कोई भी वस्तु क्यों ना हो, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हो, नॉन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक हो, आप चला तो लेते हैं उसको, और कई बार तो चलती भी नहीं है सही, और उसके बाद पता लगा एक हफ्ते बाद खराब हो गई. आपने कहा खुश है, वारंटी है मेरे पास, 1 साल की, 1 वर्ष की, 1 वर्ष, 2 वर्ष, मेरे पास इसकी वारंटी है, गारंटी है, और मैं उसको बुला के ठीक कर लूंगा. वो तो एक प्रोटेक्शन हो गई. लेकिन क्या वस्तु खराब होनी चाहिए? आपने पैसा दिया, सामान खरीदा, इस्तेमाल किया, लेकिन वो काम वैसा नहीं करता जैसा करना चाहिए. और ये एक बहुत सामान्य बात है, वेरी वेरी जनरल इट इज. इट्स नॉट, यू कैन नॉट से दैट्स ओनली 1% केस और 2% केस. आई एम सेइंग दिस इज 90% केसेस. माय क्वेश्चन इज, वेयर इज क्वालिटी? वेयर इज इट लोकेटेड? आई एम नॉट एबल टू फाइंड इट. आई ट्राइड मैनी टाइम्स, आई कुड नॉट फाइंड. मैंने बहुत प्रयत्न किए, बहुत एफर्ट्स किए ढूंढने के, बाजार में, गलियों में, प्रोजेक्ट्स पे, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट्स में, दुकानों में. अरे किधर हो भाई? क्वालिटी का जवाब नहीं आता. क्वालिटी कहती है मैं मर चुकी हूं. बड़ा अफसोस है. क्वालिटी सेज आई हैव एक्सपायर्ड, आई हैव लेफ्ट दिस वर्ल्ड फॉर गुड, आई डोंट वांट टू कम बैक बिकॉज आई हैव नो ऑनर, आई हैव नो रिस्पेक्ट. क्वालिटी का प्रश्न का उत्तर यही आता है. मजाक समझ लीजिए आप, कुछ भी समझ लीजिए, कई बार समझाने के लिए डायलॉग बोलने पड़ते हैं. Our life is based on products because we also saw products of God. Our lives are based on engineering. Our lives are based on medical sciences. Our lives are based on sciences. Our lives are not based on political system. Our lives are not based on running and running. Because how much can you run on a circular item? There is no end. My dear, I try always to find quality. I don't find any result. I ask many people. They say चलता है भाई, ऐसा होता है भाई. Seriousness doesn't exist. गंभीर नहीं है हम गुणवत्ता पाने के लिए. गंभीर नहीं है हम. We are not serious to find seriousness in quality. We are free mind. We don't care. Why? I don't know. Roots are bad. You can say when roots are bad, branches of tree would be bad. What can you say about fruits? You cannot say about fruits because you yourself are not good root. I am also part of that. Everybody is integrated part of that. Quality does not exist. Where are you, my friend? My quality, where are you? I want to see you. I want to meet you. I want to listen to your grievances. Why you have run away? Why you escaped? Quality does not answer because it does not exist, or it exists in handicapped way. It exists handicapped status. Its arms are broken, or its legs are broken, or its ears are cut off, or its nose is twisted, or its head is broken. We do not know. System is broken. Abundance of something, you can say you're happy with that. Every organization, every company, every group has highest level of pride that I am certified by this organization for quality system. Certificates are available because certificates can be obtained. Yes, it can be obtained. We obtain certificates. But is certificate is enough? Is certificate enough? A paper is enough? I see this paper. Oh, excellent. You are fine. You are very highly professional. If you see certificate of degree of engineering, post degree, post doctorate, or some other profession, very much impressed I am. You are very highly skilled professional. Yes, you are. But highly skilled must be represented, must be produced. Your performance must prove that you are having this qualification. Academics you have, but proof is not available. Where is that? If someone is an engineer, educated, academically qualified, that qualification is proven only when you demonstrate, when you perform. And if you cannot perform to expected level, how can we say that you are having quality status in education? This means if this is very general, this is very often, it clearly indicates that quality in education has been missing. And if quality in education has been missing, quality in performance of work shall be missing. There is no other cross answer to this. As we sow, so we reap. Yes, that is true. जैसा बोओगे वैसा काटोगे. कंप्यूटर का यूज काफी समय से हो रहा है. आप कह सकते हैं 30 साल हो गए, 35 साल हो गए, 35 years or more than 30 years computers are being used. And in that way we can say generation today, updated generation, is computer oriented mostly. I don't mind it. Computer should be used. Our youth today, particularly those who are having certain education background, who are not physical workers, who are not factory workers, they are all perfectly computer oriented. Many of them, I can say many percentage of them, say 70, 80% of them, do not even know how to calculate, how to multiply, how to find under root, how to do this and that. It happens. Many of them do not know how to write some application, how to write some letter, how to write some essay. They do not know. Maybe they know, they can only speak. Some are very good speaker, indeed, but that speech is also unstructured. No structure in that speech. There is no requirement for them to use some kind of structured language. I don't mind that also, because language shall not give you food. That is true. But language shall be used in your life. We say power of communication, power of coordination. Power of communication and power of coordination are your tools, are your, you can say, flags. If you cannot coordinate properly, if you cannot communicate properly, don't think coordination and communication are same. One is application and one is, resource. to find resource. Communication is to find resource. And coordination is to use those resources rightly, perfectly. Communication is in all classes, is at all levels. Communication is all levels. That's very important. But same time, there should be quality in communication. Some quality, some kind of say, okay, so the person is very nice, he knows how to communicate. This person is actually professional because that person understands how to talk point to point, how to have a sequence of talk. That person is that much. This person is not ordinary one. Oh, this person is chatting and talking all time without having any focus on what your subject, what person is. ये आदमी फालतू की बातें करता है, लंबी लंबी बातें करता है, कोई मतलब नहीं इसकी बातों का। ये साहब जो है देखिए पॉइंट टू पॉइंट बात कर रहे हैं, सीक्वेंस में बात कर रहे हैं, बात को समझा रहे हैं, समझ आता है। बेशक लिख नहीं रहे होंगे, बोल रहे होंगे, लेकिन पॉइंट के हिसाब से इतना भी नहीं बोल रहे, इतना कम भी नहीं बोल रहे, इतना ज़्यादा भी नहीं बोल रहे कि हम कहें बोर हो गए जी, बात समझ नहीं आ रही, नींद आ रही है इनकी बात सुन के। ऐसा नहीं। कम्युनिकेशन भी एक साइंस है, एक विज्ञान है, एक सिस्टम है जिसको हमको समझना होगा। और कोऑर्डिनेशन एक एप्लीकेशन है उस विज्ञान की, उस साइंस के, उस सिस्टम की। अगर आप कम्युनिकेशन नहीं कर सकते, संचार नहीं कर सकते, तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा। अपने आप से बात करना, स्वयं को समझना, सोचना, विचार करना, थिंकिंग, ओपिनियन, एनालिसिस, डेलिब्रेशन ऑन योरसेल्फ, that is very important part in life. Not only in engineering, but also everywhere. You can find applicable everywhere. Even your thinking itself is a kind of self-communication. सोचना बहुत बड़ा सोर्स, बहुत बड़ा रिसोर्स, जिसको आप प्रयोग में लाएं तो आप कहाँ से कहाँ जाएंगे आप भी नहीं जानते। और हमारी एजुकेशन क्या कहती है? सोचिए, विचारिए, रटिए मत। रटिए मत, don't cram, don't memorize. If you want to memorize, memorize through mathematical application or calculated application or systematic application. When one understands system, one can organize it properly, one can develop it properly, and when mind understands or grips the system, it can use it whatever extent. एक बार आपको समझ आ जाए इस बात का स्ट्रक्चर क्या है, इस बात का सर पैर क्या है, उस बात को आप आके ले आ सकते हैं। और जैसे बच्चे करते हैं, रट लो, पास कर लो, हो गया काम। वो बचपना नहीं होना चाहिए। बचपन में सब करते हैं, हम भी करते थे। बात नहीं कौन समझे, समझ ही नहीं आ रहा, आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, ओके आई क्रैम इट, आई कीप इन माइंड, आई व्हाटएवर इज रिटन आई विल रिमेंबर एंड राइट इन एग्जामिनेशन. That used to happen. Some of our teachers used to say, if you cannot understand it, don't worry. Even higher classes used to say, don't worry, don't worry. If you can't understand it, rat lo, cram it. If you don't know this, you can't pass this examination. I mean, it's a kind of example or joke, but it happens. When you don't understand something based on analytical study, we cannot answer, but we can cram it and answer it just like people do. But when you are grown up, it doesn't apply because there is no meaning of cramming. When engineering comes into play, applications come into play, research comes to play, you have to understand every part of that subject or topic. Only then you can say. And same way is language use, same way works communication, because without communication, it doesn't matter you have to speak. It doesn't matter you have to use some language. Even eyes communication, mind communication, signals communication. There are so many categories of communication. Mind to mind communication, face to face communication, impression of communication, and way somebody talks, way somebody writes. Writing is very high level of skill. Writing is very high level of skill in every language. It doesn't matter only English is required for that. English is only one language. Mathematical is another language. Drawing is another language. Specification is another language. There are so many other languages. and where you can say writing works, writing books, writing thesis, writing what you have to do, writing something, some plan for your work, or you can say writing certain points. All are required, but these are not physical, not at all. ये फिजिकल नहीं है, ये भौतिक नहीं है, ये सोच पर डिपेंड करते हैं. व्हाट यू थिंक यू हैव टू कन्वर्ट दैट टू राइटिंग. And if you cannot think, you cannot convert anything into writing. Therefore, writing is a skill. It's not pen. No, people say you pen it down. No, it's not penning down. No, penning down doesn't work here. You cannot pen something down if you don't think. If I don't think something, I cannot write at all. Yeah, I cannot speak at all. Why I'm speaking, I know script of that. I never write any script because writing a script and speaking on that do not tally. One, once you think, it is not necessary you write same what you think. When you speak, it doesn't mean you speak same thing as you have written because these are different skills. Communication has many levels, it has many landings, it has many ways, or you can say communication is something that doesn't work your way, it amends its way and works. Sometimes we speak something, it is not well organized, it is not well structured. Sometimes I do same, I don't know what tense I'm talking, but when you write, you have to think so much. You have to use proper words, or otherwise people say, "What is this? This is not professional writing." In talking, nobody says anything. Okay, here start fine, talking simple, talking communicative, talking something that can easily be picked up by everybody. When you write something, you cannot write immediately everything in same manner as you talk. You have to think a lot. You have to combine sentences. You have to make compounding sentences. This happens. Writing skill and speaking skill are very useful. Speaking skill should be instructive, means it has to tell someone what is to be done. Explanation is very important. Expression of words, eyes impression, and you can say face impression count in that. But if you don't understand communication, if you don't coordinate, you cannot even speak. Coordination is very important part in profession as well as in life because you have to solve problems. We have to solve problems. Otherwise, there is no justification that professionals should survive. There is no justification that we should be there. Work shall be done automatically. But it doesn't happen. Even your computers are not automatic, in fact. No computer is automatic. We say auto, we have done automatism. No, you have not done automatism. You have programmed it. It's your program. It is, software engineer's program. It's a program that you have been doing this. Of course, computer supports it. Computer system uses your knowledge and further works on it. It's not original. What I mean to say, my dear friends, I'm not saying don't do or don't do this or don't do that. My investigation is failed. It's failed one. I have failed my work because I did not find survival of quality. I did not find its existence. It was there when there was no quality system. Quality system came. Its identity is very much promoted. Everybody claims it is quality system. It's working on quality system. It is born on quality system. But when you testify it, when you test it on your mind machine, you test it on relative requirements, that system disintegrates. In general, it doesn't matter your company is world level or your company is national level, it doesn't matter because individuals are same, Individual is more important than company or organization because it's individual approach that works. It's attitude that works. If I've decided to run and make money only by hook or by crook, then there's no relation established between organization, individuals, and product. I'm not saying all products are bad, but I'm also saying all products are not good. There can be a of difference from level of bad to level of good. हो सकता है मैं गलत हूं, बिल्कुल हो सकता है, मैंने कभी नहीं कहा मैं सही हूं, लेकिन क्वालिटी तो गलत नहीं हो सकती। अगर प्रोडक्ट काम नहीं करता तो नहीं करता, इसमें मैं क्या करूं? मैं क्यों कह रहा हूं ये सब? पैसा आपका है, सामान आपने लेना है, यूज भी आपने करना है। मेरा काम तो बना के बेचना है। मैं तो बता के दे रहा हूं आपको, और मैं जितना फायदा चाहता हूं उतना लूंगा, क्योंकि मैं एक्सपर्ट हूं बनाने का। आप मुझ पर निर्भर हैं, आपके पास कोई रास्ता नहीं है। मैं हूं या कोई और है, लेना आपने उसी से है, जब तक आप उसके लिए खुद परफेक्ट नहीं होते। हम लोग डिपेंड करते हैं बाजार के सामान पे, और उसका कोई रास्ता नहीं है। सामान छोटा हो, बड़ा हो, बहुत बड़ा हो, जिसमें हमें लाखों करोड़ों खर्चने हो, या कुछ रुपए खर्चने हो, सैकड़ों रुपए या उससे भी कम। बाजार से सब्जी खरीदनी है, आटा खरीदना है, दाल खरीदनी है, बाजार से आपको मकान भी खरीदना है, तो दोनों में खरीद है। मकान में भी आपको खरीद है, सब्जी में भी आपको खरीद है, और छोटी मोटी आइटम में भी आपकी खरीद है। आप सब्जी लेने जाते हैं, 100 रुपए का सामान नहीं लेना है, लेकिन ये छांट, ये कर, वो कर, ये गंदी, वो गंदी, यू डू दैट। आई वॉन्ट टू सेलेक्ट माई सेल्फ, आई डोंट डिपेंड अपॉन वेंडर। आई सेलेक्ट these items and okay, weigh them and I'll buy it. लेकिन जब हम मकान खरीदने जाते हैं, हम बड़ी बड़ी चीजें खरीदने जाते हैं, तब हम ये सब नहीं देखते। अरे मेरे को मकान आ जाए बस, एक बार मिल जाए बस। क्यों? आपको उस पैसे की चिंता नहीं है जो इतना पैसा आप जिंदगी भर की कमाई आप दे रहे हैं उसको, लेकिन वहां थोड़ी सी कमाई देने के लिए आप सिलेक्शन करते हैं, सॉर्टिंग आउट करते हैं, स्किनिंग करते हैं। लेकिन जो चीज आपको जबरदस्ती, जैसे दूध का पैकेट आप स्किन नहीं करते, पानी की बोतल आप स्किन नहीं करते, लेकिन एक छोले बेचने वाले को, एक टमाटर बेचने वाले को आप स्किन करते हैं। क्यों? क्योंकि आप में दम नहीं है, आप में हिम्मत नहीं है पूछने की कि आपका सामान गलत क्यों है। सामान गलत आ गया, अरे भाई कौन चक्कर में पड़े, ठीक है यार दूसरे से ले लो। कौन लड़ेगा? क्योंकि वो पैसे वाला है, उसकी कोई सुनेगा, आपकी नहीं सुनेगा। आप ये सोच लेते हैं यार 500 रुपए की तो आइटम थी, 2000 की तो आइटम थी, छोड़ो परे यार दूसरे से ले लेंगे, क्या कौन लड़े इसके लिए। दैट इज वेरी बैड। क्वालिटी is very important part in life. If you don't understand quality, if you don't find it, I don't know where does it lie, where its home is, where its office is, what is its identity, how does it look, I have to think about. Well, I don't know how many percent people in this country are very serious about quality. Quality is not a name, it's not spelling, it is its overall existence. Gunavatta, Gunavatta, we call in Hindi. Gun means merit or demerit. What? It's merit. If what I specify for something, I want this, I seek that this material should have this quality in it. This material should perform like this, and that I look for. When I find it and buy it, and its vendor or its manufacturer claims that this gives this performance, then should it not give? It has to give, it should give. But if it doesn't give, what you do? Okay, it is warranted. So protective cover comes from warranty or guarantee. You're happy. Okay, for 1 year, I have no problem. This manufacturer shall maintain it. You become happy. But why that stage comes? When your product is new, why should it fail in beginning itself? It happens these days. And this is only because of carelessness, because of non-seriousness, and individuality counts here. How process goes on counts here. It is attitude of individual persons, personal workers. It is attitude of those business people, those commercially oriented people whose interest is only to enhance production, progress more and more in life, to get more and more. They know customer is helpless. They say customer is king. Customer satisfaction is our requirement. We do everything for customer, but I don't accept this. Here is customer is not customer. For them it is cust. Cust means difficulty, problem. Customer is only a medium to make money. And because customer, though it is powerful in the sense of purchase being purchaser, but it doesn't value in quality because customer cannot do anything against manufacturer. What shall you do? How far shall you run behind them? You buy 10 items, this means you have to deal with 10 manufacturers and you don't want to deal with them because you don't have time. Who has to run from pillar to post? That point comes to mind. And then you become habitual. Okay, let it work for 3 months, 4 months, and you throw it and buy another one. This happens. But you forget that you are not helping world. This person makes money. If this person just gets saves 1 rupee of one item, there may be 5 lakh items, for example, it sells. You get 5 lakh rupees saving. You have to think differently. Maybe you think I'm just speaking because I want to speak. You can think that way. But I am really very fed up. In our country, Bharat, India, and also many other countries, I will not exclusively name our countries, but because I'm in this country and I'm an engineer, it's my duty to understand and to let people understand what is state of affairs of quality. There is no one serious in this country, no one, from government, from public, from corporate, from manufacturing, from industry, from construction, from designs, or else, whatsoever you can name. No one has been serious. No one. Why there is no seriousness? I don't know reason for that. You have to investigate. You spend millions and millions on buildings, on your flats, apartments, houses. You do that. You spend all your savings on that. And of course, you want what? Do you know what do you want? You want a good house. You want safe house. You want durable use of that. You want, you can say, in terms of equation, you want reliability of that. But when you occupy that house, you don't experience that. You find problems and problems, technical problems, commercial problems, transaction problems, and maintenance problems. You remain happy only because you have one house occupied, but internally you are not satisfied. We have no courage to raise our voice. हम अपनी आवाज को उठाने के लिए भी शक्ति नहीं रखते, हिम्मत नहीं रखते, हम लड़ने की शक्ति नहीं रखते। हम सिर्फ इतने बिजी हैं, हम पे टाइम नहीं है। और वास्तव में जो मिडिल क्लास के लोग हैं, जो नौकरी करते हैं अच्छी खासी, उनके पास तो टाइम नहीं है वो ऐसी बात करते हैं। और याद रखना, जब मिडिल क्लास खराब हो जाती है, जो है खराब है, वो देश कभी नहीं चल सकता। क्योंकि जो ऊंचे वाला है, करोड़ों में खेलने वाला है, उसको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। तो बेचारा बिल्कुल नीचे फिजिकल वर्क करता है, वर्कर है, फैक्ट्री वर्कर है, इंडस्ट्री वर्कर है, उसके पास तो इतनी हिम्मत भी नहीं। कभी कभी कुछ खरीद लेता है, लेकिन उसके पास इतनी हिम्मत नहीं कि वो इन इन चीज़ों से, इन चीज़ों का विरोध कर सके, क्वालिटी को समझ सके। मिडिल क्लास वाला अपने इंटरेस्ट में है। ये बातें हमारे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट, हमारे मैन्युफैक्चरर सब समझते हैं, हमारी सरकारें समझती हैं। और सरकार को मैं बीच में ला रहा हूं क्योंकि सरकार इसके लिए उत्तरदायी है। गवर्नमेंट इज रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर दिस। इट इज ड्यूटी ऑफ गवर्नमेंट बिकॉज वी पे टैक्सेस। हम क्या टैक्स नहीं देते? जीएसटी भी है, टैक्स भी है, इनकम टैक्स भी है, और टैक्स भी हैं। कितने टैक्स हैं? वी पे टैक्सेस फॉर व्हाट? For salaries of government servants or ministers, facilities, or for what? Do you know that? What is the meaning of tax? If there is no one to control something, if no one to see the people get benefit of what they spend for, there is no one. There is no seriousness in quality. There is no quality in politics itself. Forget manufacturing. In politics, as I said, in education, no quality exists. Education means you have to learn. It's a form of learning. It's not form that you just take degrees. That's only education. That's only representation. That's only announcement that this person has undergone through this course and qualified, and this person can be used for this, or this person is expected to perform this level. But when you spend something on some good, some product, you have a right to use that product. Very proudly, booklet says, oh, you are a proud owner of this product. You are only owner, remember, you are not user. There's a difference. If you are a user, product should be used. But you own that product you own. I don't care if you use it or don't use it because I cannot take it back once it is sold. It is clear condition on every product. Once sold cannot be used. Why? Why? My question is why? No answer from whosoever. People are interested in showrooms. They are interested in signboards. They are interested in good clothing. They are interested in having cars. They are interested in having good roads. But they are not interested in having systematic quality and qualitative system. Unfortunate it is, service sector is very bad. Manufacturing sector is of course very bad. More interest they have in feedback from customers. They have no interest in, they just want to record something. This habit. You get calls, for example, you take question of mobile service. If you see scientifically, engineering wise, it is excellent. It should be required. It is required. You cannot move without that. Mobile is something very fundamental now. It's like you take your breathing, you eat food, you think, you drink water. Same way is use of mobile, use of television, use of computer. Of course, you have to walk. Your walking is mobile now. There was a time when people used to walk for good health. Now you are not interested in health. You keep your mobile as if it's your wife, your husband, your kid, your everything. Okay, it's everything fine. But can it solve your problem? Does it solve? Okay, that is different case. You can say why you are against mobile. I'm not against mobile, not at all. But are you using according to your life requirement, or you are just abusing it? If I can talk many hours on mobile, how can I work then? Tell me. Yes, if I use it for professional purpose, that's okay. If I use for something educational purpose, that's okay. But just using it, and if you have some problem on internet, if you file some complaint to that service provider, complaint shall be resolved or not resolved, that's different. But immediately you'll get a call. It happens. They want feedback. They don't want to examine about what action has been taken based on your complaint. They just want to see, has it gone? Has it been corrected? They don't know. They ask you. I mean to say, just, there is nothing you can tell concrete result. No concrete result. Only result is waste of time. Means when I pay, you're my service provider. It's your duty to make sure that your system works. You have no monitoring system. You think, you imagine, okay, I get money every month. I get my charges every month. It's okay. Automatically, it's understood it's working. Signals drop, and signals drops. We have to use everything. And for that purpose, everything should have been your quality system. And not only system, it should be used, it should function, it should move. और ये नहीं चलता, ये काम नहीं करता, तो सिस्टम का मतलब क्या है? इंजीनियर बन गए, बड़े क्वालिफाइड, मैं बहुत क्वालिफाइड इंजीनियर हूँ भाई, आई एम वेरी ऑर्गेनाइज्ड, आई हैव डन बी, आई हैव डन बिफोर दैट डिप्लोमा, आई हैव डन एमई, oh, I'm top engineer, I'm structural engineer, I am mechanical engineer, I am electrical engineer, I am civil engineer. But when I work, I forget engineering. I forget engineering. I don't apply it. Because I cannot apply it directly. Others have to apply. I can instruct them. But I don't know. Product is not engineered well. That is my complaint as a user. My grievance is that this product does not perform a way it should perform. Who is responsible for that? Who is responsible for that? That's my point. I think as an individual, I am responsible because I'm a part of society. I'm a unit of society. And when society is silent, nothing can do anything. It cannot move. If you cannot speak, you cannot move. If you are not serious, we cannot get quality. I think it's like that. If you give responsibility to many people to do something individually or in a group, you think, okay, you all are responsible, you have to work, you have to do this work. That work shall never be done in full sense because no one is having any specific responsibility. Responsibility general, and you all are responsible, we have collective responsibility, and this collective is very dangerous term. Collective is very dangerous term. You put them in collection, in collaboration, and you'll find that no one will be serious, and responsibility of one goes to other goes to third one, and goes on like this, and work is not done perfectly. But if you give exclusive responsibility, individual responsibility among or in some job description, and that person is accountable, work shall be done. You cannot keep everybody accountable in gross respect. There is some accountability. You may be engineer, you may be doctor, you may be professor, you may be whatever. Accountability and responsibility must be fixed. Duty wise, it is fixed, but who examines, who checks? Who checks it? It is only consumer that has to check. It's only end user that has to check. But it can happen only when end user is serious. If end user is not serious, generally they are like this. Who is serious? Oh, there is a call drop. Okay, I sit, I wait. I wait for half an hour. Or I call again after some time. Or make another call. There is no one to look after why this drop happened, why these signals are not good, not strong. Okay, it's not beyond my control. I cannot say anything. I'm dependent on the service provider. If service comes, I will use. Otherwise, I sit. There is no one to this question, there is no one to take action. This duty of public and government. Public means no one is responsible, to be very frank. Public cannot be redefined because it is individual that can question. It's not public. Public can be emotionalized, public can be mob, public can be masses, but individual is not mass. Individuals should be serious, but how many people are serious? कितने लोग हैं जो गंभीर हैं इस मामले में? बहुत लोग नहीं हैं। यहां तक मैं कहता हूं, इंजीनियर्स जो बहुत अपने आप को पढ़ा लिखा समझते हैं वो भी सो जाते हैं। मिनिस्टर्स सो जाते हैं, सरकारें सो जाती हैं और देश सो जाता है। कोई नहीं समझता मेरा फर्ज क्या है, मेरी ड्यूटी क्या है। जब आप टैक्स लेते हैं, किस बात का लेते हैं? आपका कंट्रोल क्यों नहीं है इन चीजों पे? क्यों एक्शन नहीं होते हैं? क्यों बनते मकान गिर जाते हैं? क्यों बने हुए मकान गिर जाते हैं? क्यों क्वालिटी खराब है? सब जगह कुछ ना कुछ है। बिना दवाई के मरीज क्यों मर जाता है? गलत इलाज क्यों हो जाते हैं? बहुत सी बातें हैं। कोविड-19 आया, नाक में दम कर रहा है, अभी भी कर रहा है। समझ नहीं आ रहा, जबकि हजारों वैज्ञानिक हैं इस विश्व में, लाखों डॉक्टर हैं इस विश्व में। क्यों नहीं आ रहा समझ? क्या प्रश्न नहीं है? बड़ी बड़ी डिग्रियां लेके हम साइंटिस्ट बनते हैं, हमारी डिग्रियों में क्या कुछ सिखाया नहीं जाता है? क्यों नहीं समय आते मेडिकल साइंस के अंदर? क्यों नहीं जाता समझ विज्ञान के अंदर? इसका मतलब यह है, हमारी एजुकेशन में, विश्व की एजुकेशन में दम नहीं है। कहने की बात होती है हम अमेरिका से पढ़ के आए, हम इंग्लैंड से पढ़ के आए, हम जर्मन से पढ़ के आए, हम वहां से पढ़ के आए। अरे आप कहीं से भी पढ़ के आए हो, ये बताइए पढ़ के क्या आए? क्या फर्क पड़ता है आपने अमेरिका से पढ़ा, आपने भारत से पढ़ा, आपने इंग्लैंड से? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? पढ़ा तो ज्ञान विज्ञान ही। 2+2 4 होते हैं, आपने 5 तो नहीं पढ़ा। समझिए बात को। किसी देश से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। फर्क पड़ता है आपकी समझ पे, फर्क पड़ता है कोशिश पे। आज आप कोई भी सामान कहीं से भी खरीदें, कोई गारंटी नहीं है उसमें क्वालिटी होगी या नहीं होगी। हो गई आपकी किस्मत, नहीं हुई तो नहीं हुई, क्या कर लेंगे आप? जब सामान विश्व लेवल पे आ जाए, आपने चाइना का सामान खरीदा, अमेरिका का सामान खरीदा, किसी और देश का सामान खरीदा, ये सोच के कि इंपोर्टेड है, बहुत बढ़िया होगा, लेकिन वो तो इंपोर्ट नहीं था, पोर्ट था। हमें बुरा लगता है फुटपाथ से सामान खरीदना, हमें अच्छा लगता है किसी इंटरनेशनल कंपनी से सामान खरीदना, क्योंकि वो इंटरनेशनल है। अभी कोविड चल रहा है, बहुत लोगों को कहा जाता है आप मिठाई मत लीजिए, डोंट बाय स्वीट्स फ्रॉम शॉप्स, इफ यू वांट टू ईट स्वीट बेटर यू डू योरसेल्फ, यू मेक एट योर होम एंड ईट इट। लेकिन बहुत से लोग आएंगे, अरे भाई ये तो उस कंपनी की है, बीकानेर की है, ये तो हल्दीराम की है। आप नाम देख के खाते हैं या आइटम देख के खाते हैं? हल्दीराम की क्या मतलब है और बीकानेर का क्या मतलब है? मिठाई कैसी है, मतलब ये है। आप विश्वास करके नाम से खा लेंगे। जिसने मिठाई बनाई, उस कारीगर ने क्या सेफ्टी ली? क्या मास्क लगाया था? क्या उसके हाथों में ग्लोव्स थे? क्या बराबर हाइजीन थी? ये सब आपको नहीं पता, लेकिन आपको यह है कि मैंने उस कंपनी की मिठाई खरीदी है, वो खराब नहीं हो सकती। यही सोच गलत है हमारी, हमारी सोच ही गलत है। आप नाम पे जाते हैं, आप काम पे नहीं जाते। अरे बड़े बड़े राजनीतिक फेल हो रहे हैं दुनिया में, जिनको हम बहुत हाई क्लास पॉलिटिशियन कहते थे, वो थर्ड क्लास निकले, बल्कि क्लास ही नहीं है कहिए आप। उनको पता ही नहीं है कुछ कि हेल्थ क्या होती है। मरवा दिया लाखों करोड़ों लोगों को, गद्दियां नहीं छोड़ी, सीटें नहीं छोड़ी। ये तो ऊपर की कैलेमिटी है, भगवान का दिया हुआ कोप है। अगर भगवान का दिया हुआ कोप है तो आप किस लिए बैठे हैं? जब एक्शन लेना होता है तो आप लेते नहीं हैं, और जब बीमारी आ जाती है तो आप कहते हैं मैं क्या करूं। मेरा कहने का मतलब किसी की बुराई करने से नहीं है। यहाँ कहने का मतलब वो भी एक सिस्टम होना चाहिए। आप किस तरह राज करते हैं, किस तरह रन करते हैं पॉलिटिक्स को, किस तरह आप देश को चलाते हैं, उसमें भी तो क्वालिटी होनी चाहिए। हम आपके हाथ में अपना हाथ देते हैं, अपनी शक्ति देते हैं, वहां हम हर देश की बात कर रहे हैं, एक देश की बात नहीं। आपको जिम्मेदारी देते हैं कि आप हमारे हमारे साथ चलिए, हमें हेल्प कीजिए हम देश चलाने की। लेकिन आप देश तो नहीं चलाते, अपने आप को अवश्य चलाते हैं, कोई भी देश की हो। और हमारा देश तो खास तौर से एक्सपर्ट है इस मामले में कि पॉलिटिक्स तो एक अजीब सा धंधा बन गया है देश को लूटने का। और जब देश में कोई विल ना हो, कोई इच्छा शक्ति ना हो राजनीतियों में, और जो लोग डरते हैं राजनीति वालों से, उनमें बड़े 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 पढ़े लिखे लोग आज जो डर गए हैं कुछ लोगों से जो राजनीति में हैं। जिस देश में पढ़ा लिखा अगर व्यक्ति डर जाए, साइंटिस्ट हो, इंजीनियर हो, डॉक्टर हो, प्रोफेसर हो, इंटेलेक्चुअल हो, टीचर हो, जज हो, वकील हो, कोई भी हो, जब ये लोग डर जाएं इन राजनीति वालों से, उस समाज का क्या होगा आप सोचिए। जर्नलिस्ट डर जाएं क्वेश्चन पूछने से, प्रधानमंत्री को हवा समझ बैठे, मिनिस्टर को हवा समझ बैठे, तो उस देश का क्या होगा? वहां क्वालिटी कैसे आएगी? क्वालिटी वहां रहना चाहेगी? क्यों रहना चाहेगी? क्वालिटी भी एक इज्जत रखती है, एक मान सम्मान रखती है, तभी तो उसे क्वालिटी कहते हैं, नहीं तो क्वालिटी क्यों कहेंगे? मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूं मैं भी नहीं जानता, बस बोल रहा हूं। क्यों बोल रहा हूं? क्योंकि मेरे मन में गुस्सा है, मेरे मन में क्लैश है कि ये सब क्यों। मैं जिस एनवायरनमेंट में पैदा हुआ, जिस एनवायरनमेंट में पढ़ाई की, वहां क्वालिटी की वैल्यू देते थे, किसी भी नाम से देते हो, क्वालिटी नाम से ना सही, कंप्लायंस के नाम से सही। कोई सिस्टम नहीं था उस टाइम, कोई सिस्टम नहीं था क्वालिटी का, लेकिन क्वालिटी थी। मैं ये नहीं कहता परफेक्ट रही होगी, लेकिन आज से तो अच्छी थी। उसका कारण है, मैंने ऐसे ऐसे टेलीविजन सेट देखे हैं जो करते हैं, इतने इतने साल से काम किया जिन्होंने, कभी खराब नहीं हुए। मैंने ऐसे ऐसे व्यक्ति देखे हैं, प्रोफेशनल देखे हैं, जो मेहनत करते थे, सोचते थे, डिवोशन थी जिसमें, पैसे कमाने की भूख नहीं थी। बस यही उल्टा हो गया। आज पैसे कमाने में सब इतने व्यस्त हैं कि वो अपना शरीर भी भूल जाते हैं, अपना अस्तित्व क्या होगा, अपना फ्यूचर क्या होगा। दे आर सो बिजी इन मेकिंग मनी, just like as money is God for them. They are not behind status. Status means money. If you are a millionaire, you are a billionaire, you're a trillionaire, you are counted. You're not counted as good human. आप कैसे व्यक्ति हैं, आपका क्या चरित्र है, आपकी क्या पर्सनैलिटी है, इसका मतलब आज के समाज में, पूरे विश्व में नहीं है। आप चोरी करके पैसे ला रहे हैं, कोई नहीं कुछ कहेगा, जब तक आप पकड़े नहीं जाते। आपको बहुत अच्छा समझा जाएगा। आप भी जानते हैं आप चोर हैं, जो चोर है मैं उनके बारे में कह रहा हूं, आप सबके बारे में नहीं। आप वो भी जानते हैं जो गलत हैं कि हम गलत हैं। जब तक चलता है चलने दो, जब तक हम बेवकूफ बना सकते हैं कंज्यूमर को बनाने दो, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा, क्या कर लेगा हमारा। हम पावरफुल हैं क्योंकि हमारे पास पैसा है। हम खरीद लेंगे मिनिस्टर को भी, हम खरीद लेंगे पुलिस को भी, और हम ले लेंगे जुडिशरी को भी, हम सबको खरीद लेंगे। अरे वो सब हमारे प्रोडक्ट खरीद सकते हैं उनको, लेकिन अपना प्रोडक्ट हम सही नहीं कर सकते। अपने प्रोडक्ट में क्वालिटी नहीं दे सकते। हम उन लोगों की क्वालिटी खराब कर सकते हैं जो बिकते हैं। जब सब बिकने लग जाएं, जब पूरा देश के पढ़े लिखे लोग बिक जाएं, प्रोफेशनल बिक जाएं, तो वहां क्वालिटी कैसे रह सकती है? कैसे रहेगी क्वालिटी वहां? सोचिए। आपने क्वालिटी को फेंक दिया, क्वांटिटी को पकड़ लिया। Quantity or quality में फर्क समझिए. Difference of two between quality and quantity. Quality is a character. Quality is a property. Quality is something based on truth, based on truth, based on reality, based on requirement. But quantity is a number. Quantity is number, is a measure. It doesn't say I'm qualified. There are millions of engineers in this country. How many percent of the quality oriented? That is where I want to question. How many doctors are qualitative? These two professions, medical science and engineering, are backbone of our life. And not only in this country, but also in all other countries. These two professions are top in society everywhere. Health is number one. Health is number one because it is something that you can consider a blessing of God. If you lose your health, if you spoil your health, you deteriorate your health, how can you survive? Therefore, I keep health sector number one, which, which is a demand of each and every individual. And then I come to engineering because only engineering can develop. Development can be done by engineering, basic development, or you can say ongoing development. Development from scratch and development from something to more better thing. I'm saying thing because it's very common, though it should be item or should be something else. There is no one class of engineering. There are many disciplines, many branches of engineering, just like there are many expertise in specializations in profession of medical science. And all other professions, all other sciences, all other systems than engineering and medical are not primary one. I'm not talking about them because they are manipulative. There is no system actually in those. They are not dependent or independent, you can say. They are not independent professions. If there is no engineering, there is no industry, there is no factory, there is no production, you can say there is no requirement of other professions. Because other than medical science, you can take whatever else. It is not basics, it's not fundamental, it's not natural. Medical science is based on nature because your nature, it keeps on nature fit. When every individual is fit, means individual is also part of nature. I am a part of nature because nature controls me. It can take me back anytime. Same way, medical profession, which helps your body, particularly your body. It can't help mind because medical science does not control mind, but it can help body because it can control treatment. Engineering controls development. Engineering not controls alone, it starts development. Engineering is, I can say, engineering world is like a, you may say, place of worship. Though it's not worship actually, but place of worship of mind. You do something new, you do something, you think something, because thinking only leads to something new. Engineering doesn't believe in copy and paste. We don't believe that. Engineer feels happy only when you do something on your own designs. You do designs and then work on them for production of converting it to physical entity. And that is sole branch of engineering in every branch in the world. And when you talk of products, when you talk of construction, you talk of real estate, you talk of something else where millions and millions and crores of units of a currency are involved, it is engineering. And engineering cannot move. Without quality, it cannot move. But it is moving because it's not engineering. Engineer is a very different profession. Different means actually engineer itself does not understand what is an engineer. Somebody these days, everybody tries to claim that I am expert, that is expert. हर व्यक्ति जो इंजीनियर है, what that person wants, I am engineer, I am very strong, I am very strong, I have power, but I am a designer, I am a researcher. Why are you a researcher? Well, I am a researcher. It's my status. Can you work in sun? Can you walk? Yes, some walk. Of course. Engineer means developer. Engineer means to give society's requirement. Medical gives health, maintenance of health, but engineer gives you something that is permanent, not only for you, but for your many generations to come. House in which you live, particularly RCC house, or you can say permanent house, not wooden house, not porta cabin. I'm not talking of porta cabin based houses. I'm talking of houses that would be used for many centuries to come for your generations. That is something more than your life. You buy that house not only for you but for society, you can say. You don't know who shall stay in that, but somebody would stay. And in coming decades, they would stay. Should it not be a question of seriousness? How can I buy something which is not qualitative? That's why I pinpointed this subject of quality, not only here on YouTube, but also on Facebooks. And I've been doing it for, you can say, for 2 years or more, because I worked overseas for many years where I experienced system of quality. I experienced what is concrete, what is quality, how people work, how actually you can say I could not learn here, but I could learn something from viewpoint of quality. If I cannot understand quality, I cannot do it. And that is our weakness. Quality does not have any location. It does not have any space in our industry, in manufacturing industry, processing industry, or you can say construction industry. And when there's no place for this, how can you say product shall be qualitative? Product cannot be qualitative if you don't think of quality. And if you don't think of quality, you cannot think of development. Because something belongs to me when I spend money. If I don't get positive returns or expect the returns that you cannot perform, you cannot say that this is quality. Unfortunate it is. But who can solve it? Who can change the scenario? That is a question mark here. I don't have any hope from politicians. I don't have any. That's their job. It's their job to control country. It's their job to control people. It's their job to do systematic work. It's their job because they are our representatives. But they do not represent. They don't represent. They don't care because nothing goes from their pocket. People cannot depend on them. And I cannot fight with manufacturers because I don't have that potential. If I cannot do anything, no, who shall do it? That is the question mark. If politicians fail, I have to become, I have to replace them. It doesn't mean that I have to be a politician. I have to stand. I have to take my stand and fight with that septic tank of politics that is a grown up. I am saying septic tank. because it's offensive, it's polluted. It is because of politicians that we have got air polluted, we have got greenhouse effect. It is delivered by politicians of world, not by public, because these politicians are interested only in economy and not in our standards. Still today, they do not care for that. Unfortunate it is. Unfortunate. Not only politicians from our country, from all over world. You can take case of Europe, take case of USA, take case of England, take case of China, take case of all places in world. Take case of Gulf countries. Everybody is interested in selling natural product, exploiting them. You can take example of fossil fuels. In 1935, you can say, of course, since then it was known that fossil fuel is available, which can be used for petroleum products. Only not even 100 years have gone. How much we have consumed it, how much you have burnt it. Something that got converted fossil fuels to petroleum has taken long duration, centuries and centuries of calendar. Oil is available, crude oil, and we exploited that. And today, still we want more. Based on that fuel, crores and millions vehicles are available. In our country itself, according to my assessment, 35 crores, or you can say 350 million vehicles work every day. It may be all classes of vehicles. And I am sure around the world, it's not less than 3 billion vehicles operate every day. Calculate. Calculate value of carbon dioxide we release. Calculate what's the status of methane from industries. Calculate sewage. Calculate everything. Then how can we say we did everything? We resulted in pollution of air. It resulted in pollution of water bodies. Europe is thinking now. They slept for 60, 50 years, 70 years, 80 years. Now they are thinking how to resolve it. Why did you produce it? Why we did something wrong? Why don't we believe in nature? Why don't we believe in natural impact on us? Why don't you take help from sun? How many people walk today? Tell me. In our country, I've not seen people walking in sun in hot. They don't walk. Middle class, they are oriented in air conditioned rooms. They do not think beyond cars. Oh, car is my elementary requirement. I cannot go by train, I have to go by flight. All right, you're very busy. But its aftermaths you do not know because of your air conditioning, because of your flight, because of your luxury. I have to use dirty air. You're responsible for that. I'm not responsible because I'm poor. It's difficult for me to take my food because I can't afford it. But you enjoy all time your luxury cars. You burn petrol, diesel, gas, and you enjoy flights. You spoil environment. You always use energies for creating dirty energy, offensive energy. But I have to use it for my breathing system. So you are responsible for my worst state of respiration. But these politicians do not think that way. They know it. You don't think they know it. You know it very well. But they are not interested in helping you because they are also a part of those dirty people. We do not own any responsibility, not at all. Economy, a name that has, you can say, impacted on everybody's life. They want economical development, but they don't want good development. We want exploit earth resources, but we cannot augment those resources. Think of what is economy? What does economy mean? Does it come from sky? It doesn't come from sky. It is just exploitation of resources hidden within earth. Economy is fixed. No one can change it. Tell me, how can you change it? Yes, you can grow crops that you can change. Crop is original economy. God has given that much fertile land for all 8 billion people of world, that if you want to survive, food is available. You work on crop, you work on agriculture, and you shall get food. God did not charter us to extract everything from us. God did not charter us that. We ourselves chartered. I am owner of this area, this reservoir. I have to pump out this quantity of oil. This is my oil. Everybody, every country has become owner, though originally they are not owner. It's not your creation. It's not your product. It is lithosphere product. It is earth product. It's not your father's air. It is natural air. It is natural. It's not your creation. You are just using it. You're not anyone to produce this. Can you produce it? You are a scientist, but you are not original. You are a scientist because everything is available. You only study that. You know by your observation, the experience, how does it work. You cannot create it. Then how it is yours? How it is property of some country? Nothing is belonging. Nothing belongs to one country. Nothing belongs to, everything belongs to nature. We just take help from nature, but we loot nature. We break nature, in fact. We cannot do anything. We cannot add to property of nature. We can only take it out and say it's mine, it's my GDP, it's my growth. Tell me how it is your GDP. Is it your earth? How do you own this earth? I ask everybody this question. How it is your economy? How? Can you make a drop of water if hydrogen and oxygen are not available? Can you make a cubic meter of air? Can you make a small earth? Let us say 1 kilometer diameter earth. Forget 13,000 kilometer. I say just 1 kilometer diameter earth. Can you make one earth and install in solar system? Is there some scientist like that? You could not even understand COVID-19. How did it come? You could not understand in 24 months. Such a small problem you could not understand. Forget its resolution. Our scientists have failed. Whole world has failed in this regard. They produce vaccines, many vaccines they produce, claiming this will help and that will help. But nature has now failed them also. This means it's a game. It's just the game to make money, to befool people, to befool whole world. You make billions and billions dollars business, but people lost their lives. You're not worried about them. Still, you're worried about economy. I say economy is a must. I don't say that don't do economy. But only economy is not acceptable. We have to live strong. We have to live healthy. We have to live safe. We have to live without diseases. But it doesn't happen. Does it happen? You are thinking now about how to reduce pollution, but why did you not accept when somebody told, take care in this age of 1935 or near about that you will face such problems in future? Nobody cared for that. Why? It's a good question. You have to answer this. I alone cannot answer. I can think. Thinking is my property, and not only my property, it's property owned by everybody. Everybody is a thinker. Every educated person is a thinker. Every engineer and doctor is a thinker. And if you cannot think, I don't know how you got the certificates. If you cannot think, I cannot think, there's no meaning of intellectual. I call myself intellectual, let me say. And why I am intellectual? If I cannot think, if I cannot contemplate, what's my meaning of calling an intellectual or professional or teacher? I'm not. If I have to do under some force, you have to do it and you get salary. Or you can say, if I keep economical factor in my mind, how can I get knowledge? Knowledge is not based on economy, but without knowledge, you cannot move. You cannot solve problems. If there's no development of knowledge, there can be no function of industry or factory. If there's no knowledge, you cannot design anything. I cannot design anything. And when design is not done, work cannot be done, production cannot be done. That we have to understand. Computer use is good, but its abuse is bad. We cannot depend on computers for everything. Of course, we are dependent now in name of development, in name of, you can say, automatism, computers are used. But is that enough? That is my point of view. Well, I just tried to share my views today, and my topic is quality actually. I say that I could not find where is it situated now. Quality is very serious issue. It's very, very serious. For me, it is serious. I don't know what people think. If you understand why I'm talking, then you shall be with me. I know that. But that's not my personal subject. It is subject for everybody. Your profession can be for you, your business can be for you, but quality is for everybody. It may be different, it's good quality or bad quality, but quality is, even if you cook something, quality is involved. If you have food, quality is involved. If you make some cup of tea or coffee, that's also a part of quality. Or how do you behave or conduct, that's also a part of quality. Individual quality works everywhere. If you know, if you respect it, it works everywhere. The same thing means I don't care for it. I am only interested in counting how much I do a day. And that's enough for me. If I can say, okay, I do so much work a day, but that work should also be quality oriented. That's what I say. Just like with subscription, it is subscription. It is name. My name is I. People should say, or I should question myself, do I have quality approach? And if I don't have quality approach, then you can say, okay, I don't have that approach. But who has that approach? I have to find that. I have to learn from that person. Are you quality oriented? I think 80% people want answer. 80% people want answer. Are you quality oriented? Because a rush, when a rush exists, when there is a mad rush behind economy, everybody wants to go and touch something. You know, if you run without selecting certain destination, if you don't select destination, just run and run and run. You can run on surface, on earth surface, continental surface, but when you reach water body, what shall happen? Then you keep running. I reach surface of ocean, If you swim, how fast can you swim? That's also a question. This means somewhere you disappear in water body. Is that your destination? Did you think of that? Until we do quality work, I say, again say, and particularly to engineering community, to which I also belong, don't think, don't take it easy. It's your job. There's no meaning of worshipping God if you cannot honor God's property. It is earth, that's God's property. It is solar system, that's God's property. And on top of this, it is yourself who's God's property. You are also God property. I am God property. I'm not my own. And if you cannot understand these points, I can see you're not a good human. Forget being engineer or doctor. You're not a good human. Why do you want to cheat others in fake statements, in false statements, unclaimed statement? Okay, I'll give you this and I'll give you that. This is my product from this one. You take here, change your sentence. No, I didn't mean that. You didn't mean that. What do you mean then? My mean was my product should be sold, and that's it. Means your soul product sale was your target. क्वालिटी को समझना, सौरा हिंदी में सॉरी, क्वालिटी को समझना इतना आसान नहीं है, लेकिन बहुत मुश्किल भी नहीं है. जो लोग क्वालिटी ओरिएंटेड होते हैं उनके लिए एक नॉर्मल चीज है. आपने कहा जी मैकेनिकल वर्क है या एवरीथिंग इज ऑटोमेटिक. इन माय फैक्ट्री robots are working, things are moving always, means no problem. Yes, you can say that, but again I say it is program, it's not robot. It's program, it's your input. What did you feed? Or how do you update it? I mean to say, you cannot, you cannot say that quality is not responsibility of everybody. Engineer's duty is to give quality and quantity both. That is engineering. Engineering cannot be fractured. You cannot do fractured engineering. If I say I produce this much, that product must be qualitative. Always we specify, we describe this is specification of this product. Which specification do you want that you should get? And you can say that way. There are so many products in one product's name because of variance in specifications. And specification is something we can say specific means something special. This is arrangement I'm making in this, and this is specification of this. And you know what I mean? Specification is a giant work. I am a civil engineer. I deal with designs, I deal with contracts, I deal with site works. Of course, this is job of every civil engineer. In civil engineering, construction particularly is a very big field. Design is of course before construction is done, and design is of course very good field if you want to do good designs. And we have to help those workers, those engineers who do work in field, on sites, in construction. And they should know what I give them for purpose of construction, and what is given to them is design. Design work is given to them, and design means drawings and specifications. Whatever information I have to give for that purpose, it is to be given on those documents which are called drawings, and you have to write in proper sequence what's required while construction goes on, how you have to construct. That privilege statements are available sometimes, and if not available, then we have to prescribe separately, or we can standardize those activities. So that's where engineering lies, and I can say construction engineering is very vast field. It amounts to about 70% of your budget. In fact, 70% of your resources shall go to construction development, or you can say permanent development, because that construction shall help every country, every society for many years, many decades to come. You may construct some road, you may construct some bridge, or some, you can say, house, or some railway line, or you may do whatever is required for an irrigation. You are going to produce assets. It is job of engineer to produce assets, and assets means billions of rupees or dollars you have to spend. That's why you should be serious, because on our shoulders, future of society lies. I'm not saying everything what I say is right. We have to communicate properly. Communication, coordination, thinking, contemplation, all these are required. Patience, of course, all these are required in world of profession of engineering. Every knowledge is required. Safety factors are required. Quality system, safety system, engineering system are major parts, major scope in your gross scope of project. These points we must consider. It's not only quality includes everything. Quality in quality itself, quality in safety, health and environment, quality in quality system, quality in programming, quality in purchase, and quality in goods, and quality in skills, and quality in our conduct. All these points are quality oriented. It's not simply, I'm not talking exactly, no, this is only product quality. No, it's not that. I can say that it's very important issue. You have to understand very well. And if you don't understand very well, means there's some drawback on this. We have to take care of that. I could say quality is something we have to be careful about. We have to respect it. We have to value it in whichever country we belong to. From one Pacific to other side of Pacific, when you take a round of this earth, it's for every country. I cannot say that all are bad. Some are good also, but now currently I think it is every approach here. You can see status of people, conduct of people, particularly that we have observed in this COVID environment. People lost senses, they have lost senses. They don't understand. When they don't take care, they don't care about health system. How can they care about quality system? This means patience level have dropped. Level of patience, level of tolerance have dropped drastically. And that's where point of concern lies in. I'll take 5 minutes only because I have to go and come back. If you can wait, it's okay, or no problem. I'll come back and see if this continues. I'll talk continue. I'll close this. Give me a couple of minutes, please. Sorry, my ears was. I went to talk. Well, I was talking about quality, and that's very important point in that. Quality is very important from every viewpoint. And I though not able to show you some document this, but it should be very well understood. What is quality? How it works? It's very, very important point of view. I can say if you have certificates like this, many engineers have certificates like this, which declare something, which announce, which certificates announce that person is competent or can do something for you, and that person doesn't do that. This means there's no use of these certificates. This one of them, there are many, many such certificates saying that. And you cannot just move on that. We have got such thing, we don't have value of that. And we then record our achievements likewise, for example, we record something, as I said before, we have competencies, but we don't do them, we don't use them, and that's not acceptable. And we can say likewise, for example, here is one document. It is a record of what you do. This called you have to record something, what you do, how you do, did you achieve. And if you don't use these certificates, you can say likewise you can see some entries should be done on these formats, which say that you are a person of quality. You do something in life, and then you use seals also. We use our seals, and if you cannot do them properly, there's no function of using them. For examples, a seal like this. I'm not saying this only, like this. All over these seals are used, and these seals have got no meaning if you don't respect them. That's why I say certifications have got no meaning if you do not respect them. Everybody is professional. Everybody is, you can say, millions professionals work in this world, and if they don't do their job, there's no link to this. Quality is my requirement. You cannot say that. It's requirement of society. It's requirement of industry. It's requirement of world. We are all busy in wars. We are busy in enmity. We are busy in competition, but we are not busy in quality competition. In competition of economy only. What I have understood so far in this era, that everybody thinks of, you can take whatever country, only economy is important. We are professionals, we are scientific, but we are economical oriented. If I don't have economy, I don't have plans for so many trillions. I don't understand. I don't understand. Believe me. Maybe I am low qualified. I have no mind to understand that. My mind doesn't work, I can say. But common sense works. For example, if suppose my body is not qualitative, health. Health is first product. Safety, your safety of yourself, your health, your environment. First, I am saying your environment are very important factors. If I don't have good health, if I don't have good environment, I don't have good safety. If I'm not safe, how can I survive? If I walk on a footpath or road, I have some strike some protrusion on footpath road and I fall, I shall certainly get some injury. Means I do not know whether or not I'm safe. And safety is first requirement for survival. Safety is a part of good health. If I do not keep safe, I will certainly get injured. I don't want to be injured, but that is beyond my control sometimes because I don't have control on every aspect of life. That might we have to consider. There are limitations for health, limitations for safety, and limitations for environment. In which environment I am living? I'm not talking of physical environment. I'm talking of created environment. Environment during work. One is an environment given by nature. I'm talking of our own environment. How are my colleagues? How is my office? How, what sort of people are there? Are they oriented in their minds? What is their thinking approach? What is their conduct of work? We can say work and conduct. They work. What is conduct? What's the approach towards quality? What is approach toward other individuals, or you can say human? And what is approach towards nation, international, and world? How do I think? All these depend on your environment. Means everybody wants to be respected by other one, and what level of respect you draw, if that is your personality, I don't think that's only right. First, you have to self-evaluate. Are you really worth respectable? And respect doesn't come from face; it comes from activity. It comes from work. If I work, it's fine. If I do my duty, it is fine. And if I don't do, I cannot say that it's fine. I am a work. I'm a worker in ordinary engineering. I say if I'm involved in construction, it becomes my duty to do quality construction. But it's not myself alone that can do it. A group of people does it. And that group of people must have certain integrated built-up quality system. And if that doesn't exist, that's my duty as leader. If I am a leader, I mean I'm an engineer. I am a leader because I have to lead myself. I cannot run away from that part of responsibility. I have to lead myself. That's my first quality because I'm an engineer or I'm a group leader, let us say. Then it's my responsibility to take care of that group. And if I'm a national leader, let us say political leader, in that case, it's my responsibility to take care of politics of that area or that country. It's my moral responsibility as well as official responsibility to lead myself and to lead others. That's what leadership is. Leadership is not a talk only. Leadership is not that people should know me, what I am. Leadership is that you have to lead, and results would tell your personality. Results would tell what you are. You know, nobody can say, see, sun is working. Sun is working. Nobody can say that it's not working. And nobody seeks that you should tell sun is working because it's seen, it's visible. Something is visible is more important than your personality. People say, oh, this work done by that person automatically comes into picture. And that's where you can say significant point lies in. We have to understand what is required. That understanding is a must. We cannot take it for granted. Okay, it's industrial practice and you like that. No. We have to know what is required. And that is what is defined by ourselves only. Nobody else can define that. You can say professionals define requirements, but professional defined requirements depending on what sort of product is that, why it is required, what's its purpose, what's its objective, where should it go, who should use it. And manufacturer also considers it because manufacturer has to sell its product. And this product does not find any use, now who shall buy it? That's also a point. So quality is artificially defined, you can say, based on its concept and based on its scope of requirement and based on the scope of use, which section of society shall use it. And that's only purpose that something is produced. And when it is produced means that requirement which is defined or you can say it is prescribed or elaborated For whatever project, for whatever product, those requirements must be complied with in accordance with standards available, in accordance with required demand, and that product should have all those inputs, all you can say. It must have a built-in quality in it. And that quality, if properly produced, properly inculcated and integrated with that product as parts of system of that, certainly that product shall work successfully. It may be that product or it may be that service which is, you can say, cared for by professionals. That would work better than if it's no quality system. Which therefore I can say engineer is that professional in whatever branches of engineering, that design is done by engineer and production is also done by engineer. Everywhere engineer exists. In that case, specification is also designed by engineer, just like design work is done for all details. Specification is also a part of all detail. And only difference is we see drawings, but we sometimes miss specifications, or we become so sure I know everything, I'll do it my way, and that my way supersedes real required specified way. And that's where you can say difference lies in. Just a minute, let me take a water glass. Sorry. So, my dear friends, little quality definition and prescription of quality is immense talk in our world of engineering, and particularly construction engineering. There is no one specification. Every item has different specifications. Every item has, you can say there's, let's say, 100 items. I'm just saying 100 items, for example, in some building or in some other project like oil project. There may be many, many items. There may be concrete items. In concrete itself, there are many items. In every item, there are many sub items, you can say like that. And every that item has some difference in approach. You can say, just like we have different methods, we have different classes of designs, we have different classes of methods. Same way, we have different classes of specifications. Every specification is right. We cannot say it is wrong. It depends on what purpose we have to use this product for. There may be something where you can say finishing is normal, you can say otherwise. Or there's very excellent finishes done. It's that. Means it is in our hands how this product should perform. It may be industrial product, it may be electronics product, or it may be construction product. What use it's going to serve for. That product is kept in view, and that requirement is kept in view, and then it's designed. And if that product successfully delivers that service, we can say that this is quality product. Whatever is this product is meant for, that is specified on this, its use, and if works on that, it's fine. I say yes, quality works. But if that product does not meet any requirement, does not meet any requirement, we cannot say that this is successful product. And we only can say this is not a quality input product. Because first of all, it is prescribed, specified, quality is specified, but it is not executed. It's not taken into consideration or it's ignored during its production. During its construction, you can say it's ignored. And that ignorance is a question mark. And where information, or you can say communication or coordination, comes into play, that is a serious point we have to consider. That is where we fail when we construct something, let us say in a real estate or in certain plants facility where massive construction goes on. One has to deal with thousands workers, hundreds machines, or you can say major activity. Who has to instruct everybody what to do and what not to do? It's in charges on sites, engineers, supervisors, foremen, who are frontline workers, or you can say frontline leaders. What sort of material, what way material is to be used, what are specifications. If those are available in records, those are available in designs, those parameters, those requirements, those prescriptions must reach that person who works there. And that's what we can say proper communication means. It's not fault of that person who works on front, but given information is not delivered to that person, and that person's got no opportunity to know what it was, how it's fault of that person. It cannot be called fault of that person because that person is available, and that person may not be that highly skilled like the person who designed it or who wrote that specification, and also that person who is in charge of site and did not give that information in turn to that person who uses it. This means there is a lapse in sequence of communication. Coordination was done or not done, that is different. But that coordinated, so-called coordinated information or design information should reach that person. This means the failure of communication, and because it takes time, it's not hand to hand when it was designed, when that chapter was written, when the drawing was produced, and when it is going to be worked on. It's a long gap. How many hands have changed that information? We do not know, but it's happened. Sometimes many months have elapsed, sometimes many years have elapsed, and that time has gone. But communication exists, information exists. And if that communication is further updated, it's not given to person to do in time, then that update is also no use. That's why I put here communication and coordination, a part very well reliable information conveying part, information conveying part on projects. It's lack of information, it's lack of awareness, it's lack of skills that sometimes are responsible for quality, for system quality, for total quality, and for item quality. Engineers are very responsible professionals. Everybody knows throughout the world. And I'm not saying it's fault of engineers only. I say it's carelessness. If you think you can save money by doing quality work, not by doing quality work, you are a ignorant person. You cannot save anything if you don't comply with quality. And if you do not lose, also, you do not lose anything if you comply with quality. Both are same, no difference at all, but you lose something when you lose your reputation. When you lose something, you don't get another project because you did not care about last project. That's what I'm saying. We cannot just ignore quality. Cannot just be ignored. Quality is quality, it is a requirement. We cannot say we ignore it and forget it. No way. क्वालिटी गुणवत्ता है, क्वालिटी आवश्यक है, क्वालिटी करनी होगी, करनी चाहिए. नहीं करेंगे तो अपने आप को इंजीनियर कहना भूल जाओ. डोंट कॉल योर सेल्फ इंजीनियर्स. Don't call yourself manufacturer and don't call yourself industrialist because you are not that. You are a product spoiler. You are a product spoiler. You are engineering abuser. You are enemy of society. And in fact, you are enemy of yourself. These are very hard words, but these are very suitable words also. Very suitable words. You cannot run away from truth. You cannot run away from yourself. You can make money sometimes, you can rob, you can do something wrong. But don't think that you can avoid your punishment. Cheating yourself, cheating society, cheating whole world is a robbery. For whom you are doing, I don't know. Maybe doing for your bosses only. It's an important point you have to consider. Very important point you have to consider. हम नहीं बच सकते इससे. Quality has to be honored. Quality has to work. And if you don't do that, we don't do our job. Quality means communication, good communication, reliable communication. Quality means good coordination, reliable coordination, useful coordination, conclusive coordination. And quality means design, how to design best, how to think best, how to work best, how to do whatever is required to be done. Very, very significant it is. We cannot say only in civil engineering, it's in every engineering. We have to take care, particularly if you take care of civil engineering construction. I think major problems are solved. Maybe you hear news every day or some other day or some frequency for this building collapsed during construction collapse or after it collapsed, and this you can say flyover fell or crashed, something like that. So many people died. You get this news from different countries. This means problems is overall. It's pen problems, pandemic problem like that. It's everywhere. It's not exclusive to my country or your country because every country purchases from other countries and every country sells to different countries. This is not only problem between one family, but it's really a problem for everyone. So my topic that was civil field engineering, life engineers, concrete specifications, quality, NXSL, and you can say different kinds of contract books like red, like you can say red and silver, and also can say that white also, and you can see this title contracts, organization, disputes, construction, methods, all are included in some. I cannot write everything, but you can see something is available in those all videos. I have also given some references of previous videos, some references in this column text. If you are interested to see these videos, to know more means how I've been putting myself forward in this gap of period, it's better, it's good if you do that. I'm not trying to run away now, but just to try to conclude all about. It's already 2 hours. Of course, I missed a lot of time today, more than an hour because of Facebook problem. It didn't start its video. I tried 4 times. And I tried for you people respected. I don't say that. While coming up to next time, if I if I don't find something on Facebook, I'll come back to YouTube also to continue this talk. Only problem is that my objective was to share documents with you, but I could not do this on this YouTube due to non-functioning of YouTube in that way. We cannot edit it. We cannot show you documents. Only I can talk, and without documents, talk has no meaning. It was only my chance, my opportunity to chat with you. Of course, there is no one at this time on views, no problem. You can leave any time, whatever time. And with this approach, with this thought, with this keep in mind, I shall like to take your leave for today itself after a long time in YouTube, but no problem. I meet you on Facebook and also I give links on LinkedIn and my Twitter. And of course, this YouTube shall be linked, has already been linked to Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. I link it to Safi also. So with this, I can say simple words that maybe I made you very boring in this talk, but there's no other way out. When we suffer from something, we have to find solution. And this is not individual person's approach. This is a combination of everyone. I think you maybe you feel bored, but I would only say that we have to take our care ourselves. There's no one in this world who can take our care. And this approach, I say thank you very much and namaskar. I see you again and again if I have a chance. Thanks.